Showtime! The Capital G show starts right now.
What's up YouTube, Capital G here, giving my thoughts and opinions on a new card that has been announced for the Noble Knight box set. Unfortunately, this card is a Korean exclusive, so it may be some time before we actually get to play with this card, much like Elder God Nodin, but this one isn't quite nearly as powerful as that one. This is called Earth Shattering. It is a continuous spell card. Its effect is when a card or cards is sent from your deck or your opponent's deck to the graveyard, target one card in either graveyard, shuffle that target into its owner's deck. Also, neither player can send cards from their deck to the graveyard for the rest of this turn. So I definitely see the point of this card, and there are a couple of decks that I would really consider siding this in against. I just feel like Earth Shattering would have been better if it was a trap card, because this way you'd have an instant counter to some of your opponent's plays. Like if they try to Foolish for a Treeborn Frog, or if they play, Lavalval Chain and they plan on dumping a Street Patrol into the graveyard, instead of it being a continuous spell that they'll almost certainly attempt to play around until they have a counter to. With that being said, it's not all bad. I mean, first things first, the fact that you can trigger the card yourself is really good, because this means if you're playing a deck like Bujins, which, you have a continual way to trigger this card every single turn, you can just, summon Yamato, dump Hair during the end phase, and then you can, send back your opponent's Necro Gardener, or you can send back one of their Dragon Rulers against Lightsworn or something like that. The second thing is it stops all further dumping for the rest of the turn. So, you look at Lightsworn, it's just like, okay, you're just completely shut down. The Lightsworn deck, you've got Charge of Light Brigade, Solar Recharge, all the Lightsworn monsters effects. They pretty much all mill except for Wolf. You've got Needlebug Nest. Basically Lightsworn are going to get fucked over by this card hard, and the deck is going to give you so many opportunities to activate it. It's like this card obviously would come in against Lightsworn. That's pretty much a no-brainer. But then it's like, I think that it's not bad against Infernity either, because you look at Infernity and it's like their go-to card is always Lavalval Chain. Lavalval Chain is what usually gets them to go off unless they already have Soul Charge or something stupid like that. But then additionally, you got, Dark Grepher, you have Armageddon Knight. Both of those cards, they easily dump either Archfiend Eris, or they can dump more likely Street Patrol into the graveyard. So it's an easy counter to that. And then it's like, I could even see the card doing some big things against frog-based decks, because Swap Frog is always the heart and soul of any frog-based decks. And if you can cut off Swap Frog, I feel like you just cut the head off the body. And it's like, you're either going to be sending back Treeborn Frog against Monarch-based Frog decks, or you're going to be sending back Rodent Totem against the Reckless Frog OTK-based decks. Either way, your opponent's pretty much going to be slowed down to a halt, and they're just not going to be able to facilitate their plays. Now, personally, I wouldn't recommend this card against Shaddolls or Sylvans, because it does stop further milling. The problem is it doesn't actually stop the effects from activating or triggering in the graveyard. So, if your opponent goes like Kari Bandit, they can still trigger all of those Sylvan cards and still, potentially get the card to their hand, they spell or trap or whatever. And then in addition, there is just, Dragon and Kirishimo. It's like they have ways of simply popping the card as well. So I don't really think that I love it against those two decks specifically. So I personally think that Earth Shattering would have been better as a trap, but I guess we got to take it as it is. On the positive side, maybe Konami might unban Dragon's Ravine and the TCG. Let me know what you guys think. Basically, any thoughts on this card? What do you think that the playability of this card actually is going to be? Give this video a big thumbs up if you enjoyed it. Subscribe if you haven't already. I don't know why you haven't subscribed yet. Seriously. You need to subscribe. And then also check out my Kickstarter. We're about 50%. If you could donate $1, or God bless you, $2, it would help so much. Every single dollar counts, and I know that you guys really want me to reach my goal, because I do too. Thank you guys for watching as always. Oh, so it seems that I read the article wrong. This was a Korean exclusive, and now it's coming to the TCG and the Noble Knight box set. My bad, my bad. We will be able to get this very soon. Subscribing makes life happy.